Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. Just going to give a moment or two to let people join. But I want to say thank you for giving us the time today and joining us for what is a really exciting moment for us. It's been 2.5, 3 years in the making of Finding Pete, turning the tide on men's mental health. Unlike what we typically are known for, STK, this isn't a branded film, it's not a commercial film. This is a film that has been a lot of amazing people coming together, united to tell the story of Pete Beatty, his journey and desire to row across the Atlantic in the name of driving awareness for men's mental health. So what a better day than Global Mental Health Awareness Day to launch this film. So we're really excited, and I encourage you the film is 25 minutes long, to tune in. I hope you enjoy it, and to join Pete and I for a Q&A after the film is finished. So bear with me as I flip it over and get this film running.
Just got boat capsized for a minute. Me rowing. It's broken the oar. It's bent the gates that the oar was going to. I got absolutely petrified. Not petrified. I think I'm getting shocked. I literally just got in the cab. I don't know what I'm thinking at the moment. I need to get my head around this. Every year in the UK, 6,500 men take their own life. Men have always been afraid to talk. Men think they've got to be proper men. Man in any situation, it doesn't matter. I've met some big men who are broken, and you wouldn't know it. If you were to talk to people who knew me, they go, "Not he's all right. He's got it all together, but I could be broken, and I probably am a bit broken." Mental health issues are something I've had since I was quite young. It's painful. It's debilitating. It's a dark place. I believe that we're all walking this tightrope. Any moment you can fall off. It could be through work. It could be through financial problems. It could be all sorts of problems, and sometimes no problems at all. That's just the way you are. My name's Pete Beatty. I'm 60 years old. I'm roofer by trade. A wife and daughter, and just a normal bloke. When I was 12, I saw a fella coming out of the channel on a program called Nationwide, and I thought one day I'm going to swim the channel. When I got to 28, I decided that I was going to start training to swim the channel. I didn't actually get across till I was 45 years old. So it took me a while. I've swum the channel 6 times, failed 4 times. Once cost us a solo in 18 hours, 11 minutes. And it was probably the best day of my life. I cried for a couple of days. It was amazing. Once I'd done the swim, I decided that I was going to walk from exactly where I landed when I swam to Gibraltar. And so a couple of years later, I went back and I took a little walking buggy, put my kit in it, and I dipped my toes in the water where I'd walked out when I swam the channel. And I walked for 65 days, 1,700 miles to Gibraltar. Yeah, it was a great experience. Without doubt, I'll be missing the freedom to just wake up in the mornings, get my shoes on, get my clothes on, and get on the road at 7:30, just keep walking. and the freedom that that gives you to think. Focusing on doing an adventure keeps me a little bit ahead of feeling bad. It doesn't stop me feeling bad, but it keeps me a little bit ahead of it. You just keep moving, setting long-term goals in my case, long-term goals, and then I can have something to focus on. And seems to be getting tougher and tougher, but beyond this, I can't see it can get any tougher, really. So let's hope I come out of this fixed. When I was 28, I read a book called A Fighting Chance. It was John Ridgway and Che Bly across the Atlantic from America to Ireland. I thought one day I'm going to do that. And I did. I talked about it a lot. I talked about it a real lot. About one day rowing the Atlantic. And then 4 years ago, I just decided to make it a reality rather than just a dream. I'm going to be rowing 3,800 miles from Portugal to French Guiana in South America. I'm going to be the oldest man in history to have done this solo. I see this as a goal that I need to achieve for me and also for men's mental health charity, Tough Enough to Care, prevention of male suicide. I want to raise as much money for them as possible. And through doing this crossing and raising money and awareness, hopefully, I'll be able to save someone's life, and that'll be my job done on this part of my life. Can't bear to think of people suffering like I suffered. When I'm having a bad moment, I'll think of potential good I can do out of this. I've never questioned what I'm going to do. Maybe that's out of being naive to what I'm about to do. But I've never questioned the fact that I'm going out there and I'm putting life on the line, really. I'm like Beatty, Beatty's brother, and we're incredibly close, Pete and I. I'm super proud of my brother, and I continue to be amazed by what he's prepared to put himself through. I can't say that I won't be terrified. I can't say that I'm not going to be scared and feeling completely helpless. But it doesn't deter me from doing what I want to do. It's probably part of that reason that I'm going to do it. I need that adventure, and to have an adventure like that, you need at some point to feel fear. After 30 years of thought and 4 years of preparation, I'm finally on the water. Oh my God, what a relief. Training start. I haven't got a massive experience in rowing. It's a massive danger element involved in it. So I'm not involved in a race with other people. I haven't got a backup yacht. And I know the dangers involved, but I'm a great believer that when your time's up, your time's up. It's something that's helped me through all my life.
I'm Carl Meehan. I've been helping Pete with his navigation. When you go across the Atlantic, it's an enormous distance. And on the way, there are a few obstacles.
He go along with it and help me do the things I've got to do.
Should he be crossing the Atlantic with no experience? Probably not. But you know what? He's going to do it anyway. So he's going to. Once he's out on the open ocean, then it's just exposed to the elements, and it'll be storms that will upset him. Storms and lightning can knock your electronics out. They're going to be his biggest challenge. There are going to be times when things are going to get rough.
I'm not a thrill seeker, and that might sound ridiculous. I do things because it makes me feel whole, and that's probably the only reason I do it. I'm not looking for big thrills. I just need to feel whole. It's Monday the 4th. It's the first day I've got up, and I've actually felt really nervous. Yeah, catastrophising a little bit. I wish I hadn't gone to see that fellow the other day about the conditions just outside the harbour. This morning I woke up, it's the sun out there, and it's a combination really of bad news about my dad, and probably a glass of wine too many last night as well. On Monday, I got the really sad news that my dad had passed away. So it's been, double tough. My family said to keep cracking on, not to go home. There's nothing I could do, so I stayed out here. It's been a really, really hard week just getting to this point. A little bit broken, but I still gained some strength from it. Saying goodbye is going to be very emotional. I know that my wife and my daughter are going to be beside themselves, but they're trying to be strong. I can see that. Of course, there's a big part of them that wish that I'd take up tiddlywinks, but it's not going to happen. It's not something I choose to do, frighten people or frighten the family. It's just something that's in me, and I can't help it. I am worried about finishing. I'm worried about what's going to come back to my head. It's a good day today. It's really high winds. I think we're gusting about 32 knots. Rode for, I think, about 8 hours. I'm going to increase the obviously, but I just want to build up and get into it. Life's good. Yeah, it's the first day I've really felt like eating properly. That's good. That's really good. You can have something to eat. We're getting back on the oars in about an hour and a quarter. Another 4 hours on the oars. And let's hope tonight I get from that evening. Yes, I just had my first rollover. I was fast asleep in the boat, completely rolled over. I must have had the doors slightly cracked open. Got soaking wet. Boat come over really quick. I'm talking super quick. Good lesson. Don't leave the floor cracked open for a bit of air. Just getting into the routine. There's a routine to be had, and I haven't quite worked it out yet, but I'm going to get there. I'm having some really weird dreams. Not bad dreams, but really complex, and
Apologies, I understand there's some delay going on. Hopefully going to rewind and please let me know if this is working for everyone.
it's a good day today. It's really high winds. I think we are gusting about 32 knots. Rode for, I think, about 8 hours. I'm going to increase the obviously, but I just want to build up and get into it. Life's good. Yeah, it's the first day I've really felt like eating properly. So that's good. That's really good. You can have something to eat. I'm getting back on the oars in about an hour and a quarter. Another 4 hours on the oars. Let's hope tonight I get from my sleeping. I think so. I just had my first rollover. I was fast asleep in the boat, completely rolled over. I must have had the doors slightly cracked open. Got soaking wet. Boat come over really quick. I'm talking super quick. Listen, don't leave the door cracked open for a bit of air. Just getting into the routine. There's a routine to be had, and I'm quite ready to know yet, but I'm going to get there. I'm having some really weird dreams. I mean, not bad dreams, but really complex and complex and characters in there, conversations. It's pretty odd. Yeah, really, really odd. Well, got really happy fun here. Just saw, I think it was four whales come past. Huge. Oh, mate, that's made the trip so far worthwhile. They were absolutely beautiful. The lapping of the water, it resonates in a kind of way that almost sounds like voices. I'm not going bonkers, by the way. It's just that's how it sounds. It sounds like voices. I'm enjoying myself. I can't say that I'm not enjoying myself. In there. We're in this storm now. It's really pleasant. It's all night. Really, really feeling demoralised at the moment. Just been rowing for, I think, about an hour and a half or so. I've just looked on my tracker over here, and it shows me that I've actually come backwards 2 miles. 4:30 today, I actually crossed the point where I was at 6 o'clock last night. I'm really having to dig deep. Yeah, I have nothing more to say to that. Really, just I didn't realise I could dig this deep. I've lost, I suppose, maybe a week and a half's worth of rowing through being blown backwards, being on power anchor, wrong winds. It's been really, really tough. Hey, you know what? Tomorrow's another day, and you never know what it could bring. Just got boat capsized a minute. Just had this sinister feeling about this morning before I even started. I'm not going to make any judgments at haste, but I feel I'm still in a bit of shock. So, I don't know. I'll come back and tell you what's happening later. I expect it to be tough now. I expect it to be tough. But it's been ridiculous. The winds have just been relentlessly blowing the wrong direction. To be honest with you, I don't know whether it's worth my life to continue after the Canaries. I've got this horrible feeling that I'm living on borrowed time. It's not looking good for anyone to come out and get me. I'm going to have to try and fix some bits and then see how far I can row in the next 18 hours. It's going to be tough. It's I don't know what day it is actually. Anyway, it's yesterday I rolled and broke the oar and the rowing gate. Been trying to float in. There's my screens over here. Been trying to float into all the Canary Islands overnight, but I don't think I've quite made it. They said they'd come out and tow me in at 40 miles. I think I'm about 50 miles, to be quite honest. I've been really reflecting on, the last few couple of days, really. I've spent 4 years putting my heart and soul into making this happen. Getting the boat, raising the funds, getting the charities on board, getting the sponsors on board. Absolutely put my heart and soul into it. I've gone further than I've ever gone with anything in my life. But when the boat went over early yesterday morning, there was a point there I thought, this isn't how it should all end. I can't fix what is in my mind. Fix the Coast Guard just called and they sent a helicopter. So I put my boat on the tracker and power anchor, so I know exactly where it's going to be. They'll take me back on the helicopter. So, another bit of drama to the story. It's been quite a journey to get over the fact that it happened. It took me months before I went back to work even. And I just, it's, which I'm pleased about. But it's still tough. And I still have moments, I still have, I still have moments, but I can say their moment did sort of fix me in a funny kind of way. At the moment, I'm happy. Still an underlying tension. When I'm not moving, I start feeling I need to move. I need the long-term goal to get me up and get me motivated every day. So I swam the channel. I walked from where I landed when I swam to Gibraltar. So I'd like to think that I've still got the energy left in me to swim over to Africa from Gibraltar. So really would like to get back in the swimming pool, start swimming.
tough enough to get, had a black tie do, which I was invited along to, and took one of these big £10,000 checks up for them, and they were chuffed to bits. They were really chuffed, and message back saying you don't realise how many people you helped with that money. 10 grand was good. When I sell the boat, I'm hoping for 40,000. Then obviously they're going to get a nice big check. If I can just get one guy to not want to take his own life, that's my job done. It's really what it was all about at the start. So nobody had to feel like I felt.